Hi friends, we are going to go over lesson 3-8 today, solving one and two-step problems. So one step, that means that you're only adding the numbers that are right there in your word problem. And then a two-step problem means that you're going to be adding the numbers and then you're going to have to do something else. You're going to either have to add or subtract, same with the first step, in your second step. So here we go. This is my problem that we are going to be working on today. It says, Molly ate 16 Skittles. Dominic ate 9 less Skittles than Molly. Ellie ate 7 more Skittles than Dominic. Ooh, that's a lot. Let's go ahead and break this story problem apart. So what I always do in story problems is circle or box the numbers that I'm going to be using in my problem, right? So we have Molly ate 16. You can even write it down on the sides. You could do a M for Molly. Molly ate 16 Skittles. Dominic ate 9 less. So when you see the word less, do you think you're going to add or you're going to subtract? Right, you're going to subtract, because if you said more, then you might be adding. But if he has less, that means he does not have that many Skittles. So that means that you're going to be subtracting in your first step. So Dominic ate 9 less Skittles. So Dominic ate 9, and you can even put less over here. This is just kind of taking apart the story problem so you know all of the steps that you need to do to be able to solve it. And then last one, Ellie ate 6 more Skittles than Dominic. So Ellie, waiting for it to pop up, ate 7 more Skittles than Dominic. So the first thing that we're going to do in this problem, I'm going to go ahead and box mine 7 and then underline more. So remember, when we see the word more, what are we going to be doing? Adding or subtracting? We're going to be adding, right? Because less means we're taking away, subtracting, and more means that we're going to be adding something on. So our first problem is, how many Skittles did Dominic eat? We're trying to figure out how many Dominic ate. He didn't eat 9, right? It says Dominic ate 9 less. So we don't know how many Dominic ate. So we're going to go ahead and figure that out first. So this is my bar diagram that I think is very good for you to figure out what your whole is and then the two parts. So we know that Molly ate 16. That is our whole number. And 9 is one of our parts. So we're trying to figure out what our other part is to this problem. So our problem is going to be 16 minus 9 equals, we don't know yet, right? Or if you think that adding is easier for you, you could do 9 plus something, or we don't know yet, equals 16. So let's go ahead and figure this out. 9. You can count on, you can use a number line to try to figure this out, but I know that 9 plus 7 equals 16. So then that means that 16 minus 9 also equals 7. So that is our missing part right here, 7. So Dominic ended up eating, which you can put, Dominic ate 7 Skittles. So we know that Dominic ate 7 Skittles. So we just finished our first step of this word problem. Now let's go on to our second step, because we know that Dominic ate 7, right? Now it says Ellie ate 7 more Skittles than Dominic. So if Dominic ate 7 Skittles and Ellie had 7 more, then we're going to figure that out. So we just figured out that Dominic ate 7. So that's going to be one of our parts in our next bar diagram, because it says, how many Skittles did Elle eat? That's our second part of our story problem. That's what we're trying to figure out. So we're trying to figure out, so we know that Dominic ate 7. This is Dominic. And then Ellie ate 7 more. So we're trying to figure out our whole. So our part is 7, another part is 7, and now we're trying to figure out what our whole is. How many Skittles did Ellie eat? And remember, when we go back to the problem, it said how many more. So when it says more, we know that we're going to be adding. So we're going to be adding our parts together, which is 7 plus 7. And I hope you guys know this because this is a doubles fact, equals 14. So our whole is 14. And now we know that Ellie ate 14 Skittles. So in the end, let's look back at the top. In the end, we know Molly ate 16 Skittles. Dominic ate 7 because we figured that out right here. Dominic ate 7. And then Ellie ate 14 Skittles. So now we know what each person had, how many Skittles, right? So that's just taking apart word problems, doing one step, and then doing 2 steps. I always just think it's easier to write everything out, draw everything out. It's easier to be able to figure out first what you're even going to be doing in this problem, and then actually doing the problem. Because story problems can be tricky sometimes. All right, guys, I hope this helped. Thank you very much.